When I thought about this, there's many activities we do in building a network marketing business, yes? What's the number one most important thing that you do? Invite people or recruit into your business. So if I'm going to pick one activity that I would like you all to focus on to build a very large organization, to affect people positively one person at a time, the thing that I would tell you I would like you to compound is your recruiting skills. Basically, how you invite people into your business. Over time, this will grow you a very, very, very large organization. But it starts small. You know how it starts? One at a time. And I started 2 years and 2 months ago exactly the way every single one of you started. I put a person on my right and I put a person on my left. So all of us are building a binary, which means 2. And I'm suggesting the skill you want to master, the skill you want to compound is recruiting. It's learning to invite. All the rest of that stuff that we can do, that we can be busy with, will not build you a very big business over time. So one of the things that I teach my team constantly is that this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. So what does that mean? That means I don't want you to open up your phone and find 500 people that you could text today about X39, even though I know you're really excited about X39. I want you to do it over time. And the reason is, over time, you will compound. Over time, your skill will grow. Over time, your belief will grow. Over time, your ability to talk to people will grow. So that's why I want you to compound your ability to recruit. So I build this business in a little bit every day. And every one of you is different. Each one of you owns your business from yourself down. That is your organization. That is your team. But what I like to do is something that I can be successful at every single day. So you want to know what my goal is? 3 people a day. If you can talk to 3 people a day about X39, the compounding effect you will have in your business over time will rock your world. If you think you can talk to 3 people a day, please stand up. Okay. It looks like the entire room is standing up, correct? Guess what that means? You all can build a really big business. It's incredible, right? So, how do we do this? What I recommend that you do is you focus on the recruiting. For me, I'm a mom, I'm a woman, I got a life. I'm sure that even the men in here have busy lives too, just like us girls, right? So for me, I like to build this business in the nooks and crannies of my life, which means I don't wake up and decide at 9 o'clock I'm going to do this, and at 10 o'clock I'm going to do this, and 11 o'clock I'm going to do this, and 12 o'clock I'm going to do this. I build this business in between whatever's going on in my day. So am I scheduled like all of you? Yes. I wake up on Monday morning, I'm like, okay, I have this Zoom, I have this 3-way call, I have this, and then other things show up. But I build the business in between whatever's going on in my life. Why? Part of the reason why we build a network marketing opportunity, in my delusion, is so that we can have a life. So why would you give up your whole life in order to build this business? It's how to do the 2 at the same time. And so for me, the compounding effect works amazing. So that's my small goal. Every single day, 3 people a day. Do I take Saturday off? No. Do I take Sunday off? No. So at the end of 1 week, if you do 3 people a day, you will have talked to how many people? 21. We got mathematicians in here. At the end of 2 weeks, how many people will you talk to? 42. At the end of 3 weeks? Uh-oh, the math's going down. How many? Okay, and the end of 4 weeks?
63.
100 and what? 84. Okay, so after you've talked to 84 people about your business, do you think your business is starting to grow? Yes. What's happening? Your belief is going up. What else is happening? You've been using the product now for 4 weeks. I bet you things going on in your personal body is changing because you, like me, is experiencing wonderful things from using the X39. So your belief is going to go up. You're going to start to get more yeses in the business. Now, I will tell you, even Onyx Coale does not get a yes every time I invite somebody into my business. I don't care. My goal is not to get 3 yeses a day. What was my goal? Talk to 3 people a day. So if I talk to 3 people today and all 3 are a no, not now, because it's not a no never, it's a no not now. So if all 3 of them were a no, did I have a successful day or a failure? I had success. So my goal is 3 people a day, compounded over time. And I never take a day off. I never take a day off. Okay, so don't take Saturday and Sunday off and think you're going to kick back into this. This is doable every single day, right? Everybody in the room stood up, correct? All right. So I'm going to give you all a tip that has nothing to do with compounding. Some of you all are very addicted to doing things new. You want to do it a new way the next day, and the new way the next way, and you will derail your success. So what I suggest that you do is you shift until you figure out what's working for you. Every one of you in this room is different. There is no one way to invite people into your X39 business. There's multiple ways that work. The key is what way works for you. When you find that way, don't change. Keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I remember when Peter got to senior presidential, he called me. He's like, okay, Onyx, what do we do now? And I said, exactly the same thing. What? I said, never stop doing what we're doing. What do you mean? I shouldn't go into management mode? No, we're not going into management mode. We're staying recruiting, recruiting, recruiting. 3 people a day, 3 people a day, 3 people a day, 3 people a day, and watch your business build. Now, last night I had several people talk to me about building a binary, and it's, again, nothing to do with a compounding effect. Everybody knows we're building a binary, right? Okay, that means what? 2. Do you all want to do this business easy or hard? Okay, so if you want to do it easy, we're going to build how many legs? So people were asking me last night, how do I build this? What positioning should I be putting people in? So I will tell you what I would do, but I will also tell you each and every one of you should latch on to your active upline, and if they tell you something different and that works for you, then do what they say. Stay in your organization, basically in your upline organization. But for me, what I do, what I tell my team, is I'm only building 2 legs, which means everybody that goes into my business goes into my outside right or my outside left. Everybody. What if I put my mother as the first person on the right leg? Do I put my best friend on her interior leg? No. Everybody I go in my business goes to my outside right or my outside left. Now, I recommend you keep groups of people together. What does that mean? If you put your mother and your sister in the business, don't put your mother on the right leg and your sister on the left leg. Put both of them on the right leg. Put the girls you go out and have a glass of wine with together. Put the people that you work with together, the people you play soccer with together, the people you go to the gym. Don't separate people between legs, because what will happen is your uncle will say, I want to come into the business. And now he's scratching his head going, wait a minute. Mother's on the right leg, sister's on the left leg. Which business center should I join? So keep your people together. But the binary is the most amazing compensation plan in network marketing. You know why? It's very simple, and if you want to have a very big business, invite women. Invite women into your business. You know why? We're really good at talking. We like people. Invite women into your business. Now, what you're going to find is that it will grow you a very big business over time. So let's go back to the compounding effect. What is your job? What do I think that you all need to do if I was going to recommend you compound one thing? Recruiting. So every morning, I would be thinking to myself, my job today is to master the dance of inviting. My job today is to master the dance of inviting. And how many people are you doing a day? 3. Okay. Would you like to talk about some ways to master this dance? Yes. Okay. So, what was one of my clues? Women, right? Okay, girls. Is there any girls in this room? Guess what I learned about us? We like to talk a lot, right?
Talk. Okay, cool.
So.
Okay, I think we'll stop it there. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you got to unmute yourself, Dolores.
That woman drove me nuts.
There you go.
Well, but then she says to the women, stop talking and
Yeah,
learn
and
to listen.
listen. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I do like her three a day strategy, and I do like the idea that it's the most important thing is inviting, really talking to people and
Yeah.
inviting. We get so caught up in all the other stuff, the work stuff that doesn't really get anywhere. Yeah, I wanted to watch the how she gives out the patches, but we can do that tomorrow. It's only a small little clip. And because that's a good strategy too, how she gives out the 3, 6, or 9 patches
Oh, yeah.
as a gift and gets a follow-up. So that's good too. But yeah, she's successful, Potato. So I think in this business, got to look at people that have what they've done and how they've gotten there. And so that's why you know, I like to listen to what her strategies are, and then listen to what everybody's strategies are and put them all together, I think. So yeah, she was kind of interesting at the convention.
Senior presidential director. Yeah.
Yeah, she's at SPD,
Yeah.
which means 25K a week in LifeWave.
Wow.
So that's significant, you know, if you've reached, if you've reached director, I think you've got something going, right? That's right. Because I like what she said about
how long
she's been in. I thought she was in. I didn't know she was in LifeWave as long as she has been. So she said 2.5 years. I thought it was around a year.
Oh, yeah.
But 2.5 years, definitely. She has a lot of network marketing experience from before that. She came from
Neutralite also, or a lot of different places, but
right. And I think
No, I don't think she came.
Go ahead, Margaret.
I think she was only with one other company, but I think people in our group have to don't compare like do what she says, but don't compare yourself, because she had a huge group. She made a lot of money from her other company. So when she quit, and then somebody was brave enough to go ask her, but we have to remember that she went to people who were already working with her and had seen her make money and had made some money with her. So yeah, I mean, I'm totally in favor of doing what she said, because obviously even in her other company, she started out of nowhere like we are.
Yeah.
But just don't compare if you're not a big network marketer, do not compare yourself to her for going to the highest level in 18 weeks or whatever it was. I mean, that's not going to happen to the average person. And I think we just have to remember where she came from. Follow her because she did it, but don't compare yourself to her.
yeah.
Yeah, and I like what she says about this isn't a sprint. Everyone thinks that it is.
Yeah.
You know, we can do this in a year and hit senior presidential director in a year, but yeah, you can if you know what to do, because you've done it before, and you've got systems in place that you can do all that. So, but you know, so I mean, if we get out of the mentality of thinking that it's a sprint and into the mentality of thinking it's for the long term, we're in this for whenever, you know, and it's a year by year thing, as long as we're consistent.
I mean, if you're lucky enough to find an influencer that wants to get into this company, your journey will be a lot easier, but it still won't be finished, because you don't just need one, you need 4. And to get 4, you need to go through the numbers, period. So.
Yeah, well,
you found your one, didn't you, Margaret?
Sorry?
I think you found your one with Kate, correct?
Kate's good. You know, I just need one on the other side right now.
Yeah, I know.
But regardless,
like I mean, you said too.
Yeah, like I do have one on the other side, but she is, she's right now, she's a preferred customer because she's been in LifeWave before, was not getting the support she needed. She'd been in it for a couple of
Ah.
years and she was not getting any support. So, I mean, I had basically gone to her and asked her to join, you know, because I know her. And she said, well, I'm already in. And I said, okay, that's fine, you know, stay with who you are, whatever. And, but then I told her about our group and how we meet every week because she said she wasn't happy.
Mhm.
So, I mean, she has to wait, what, 3 or 4 months? When you're in the group and when
Oh.
you're in the business and you quit, you cannot be a distributor. So she signed up as a preferred customer, and when her time is up, she'll become a distributor. And because she's already been in it, she has a lot of followers. So once she's in,
Oh,
she'll be
good.
a good one on my other side. But I'm not done. I still need
Mhm.
2 more like that, plus a lot more preferred customers.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
And
didn't,
there are
real-
a lot, there are
I
a
didn't
lot of
realize you could
people
do
out
that.
there.
That's cool. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Dolores.
yeah,
I was gonna say, there are a lot of people out there, you know, my past people, they just didn't get the support that they
Yeah.
needed. And that's so true with so many people with these in these programs.
as long as you are, you know, like I think I was saying the other day, as long as you're upfront with people and say, hey, I'm glad you're in the business. If you're happy where you are, stay great. And then let them say, like this lady said, well, I don't get any support. I ask them questions, I don't get any answer. And so basically I just come back and say, wow, I have a fantastic group. I don't judge her or say, oh, you're silly, you should come over here. I just say, I
Right.
just tell her what we have. And it took her about, I'd say it took her 2 months before she finally said, Margaret, you know what? I'm sick of this. I love the product. I have lots of friends that use it, but I need to get out. And so she
Interesting.
said, I want to come with you.
That's
So
a
as
good,
long as you don't
it's good to
push
know
them,
that that's an option. I didn't know that was an option. Yeah, that's cool.
it's an option in most companies. If you are in the business, in a network marketing business, and you don't want to be with the group you're in, basically you just have to sign up. You have to quit using it. And you have to quit being a distributor.
Mhm.
And
Come
I mean,
back in.
each company has a different time frame,
Right.
but then you just keep in touch with them, especially if they say they're gonna come with you. I mean, you have to be careful. You can't offer to bring them into the group if they're just checking us out. I mean, people will say anything, but you know, just send them. If you find the person, just send, you know, maybe not allow them in this group because like I say, you never know people 100%. I'm not saying all people are bad, but you never know. So, but just keep feeding them positive stuff.
That's
Until-
why I think the preferred program is a
Yeah.
good place for those people that really want to just check things out. I mean, that's
Yeah.
when I've mentioned, and I've got people still looking, and
They just want to see how you're doing.
yeah,
They just want to see if you're committed or just in it for, you know, just to get other people in. When they see you're committed, you're still in there and you're offering them good value and good information, they'll come to you eventually.
Yeah.
Just don't lose track of them.
this
Yeah,
product will over time sell itself, I think.
yeah, when more and more people start getting significant results, you know, over time, it's going to be.
I know I've about tried all of the products except I've heard so much more about the energy enhancer, especially after the convention when he talked about it was its
the first
primarily
one.
the first product and how it was used. And like the X49, there's more to it. He talked about the brain and the disease, the blood pressure drops and things that went along in that research. So there's a lot more to these products. The more you know, I seem to be finding out new information every week.
I want one of you Americans to get me some X49 and send it to me. I can't get it.
I know
We'll
how you
do
can get
that.
it. And because I'm going to do the same thing
Right.
down here. So I have a US mailing address. You could get the same, they're free.
Oh.
There's one, you'll be able to find one on the border somewhere, Canada. And just get the address. It's like a PO box type thing, but it's an actual business. And they forward stuff to you, right? So I send it to my mailing address. Mine's in Florida. It's called myusaddress.com or
Okay, so I set up a US address, and then
yeah.
what do I do?
And then you
It
order,
will
and then you
forward.
select, yeah, go ahead, Dolores.
Well, I would say, and you can get it forwarded. That's good to hear. There's a lot of things that won't be forwarded.
How do you get it forwarded from a US address that I give them to me? I mean, if it's not approved in Canada, how will they get it across the border? Like, that's what I question.
Yeah, that I don't know. Like, LifeWave can't ship it across the border or until they get it approved in the country.
Yeah.
So, and then the distribution goes
US
from. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, but the US has a US forwarding. I mean, if you go into the US Postal Service, that's how I get, I just moved to South Carolina. You can do that online through the US Postal Service and put in there your address that's in the US and then put the forwarding address. That would be my guess, because that's how we get things forwarded in the US.
Yeah, you just got to be careful that a lot of times you can't ship to a postal address, a PO box. So,
Right.
so yeah, this works perfectly. I use it all the time. I haven't used it for products, so there's another question. But I don't think customs is going to look at the whole thing of whether this product is authorized. I'm not sure about that, but because I haven't ordered patches, I get them directly in Mexico here. But so you would go.
I think LifeWave will not ship to a postal address. I think
No.
I remember
Right.
reading that.
So what you do in LifeWave
I mean, a
is,
post office.
yeah,
a
you would
post
select the US. You have to select the country USA, right? In the back
Yeah.
office, and then you can put in a US address there. And then once you put in an address, you can leave it in there permanently. So every time you switch, it'll be that US address. And then you order to that, you have it sent to that address. And then once this forwarding company, that's what they do all the time. The reason why they're in business is because people like to order on like Amazon, and Amazon only ships within the US. So if you want your product in Canada or Mexico or Europe, these guys just take the product, take what comes to your address, and they re-forward it to wherever. You can have it held there or just forwarded right away. And if you have it held, they'll even wait for a bunch of different products to come, like a pair of shoes and a shirt and the patches and all this. They unpackage it all, put it in another box, so it's smaller, and then send it to you. It's amazing. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to try that for the, because I can't get the X49 here in Mexico either yet. Probably January is my guess.
Yeah.
Well, we have till, they have their special price, I think, till January the 28th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to order mine. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm going to see if
Okay,
it gets
Yeah,
held
let me
up,
know.
and because I don't know how the whole customs thing goes. Do they look at, I'm sure if you were sending pills across the border, they would open them up and see what they are. Like pharmaceutical things that are not authorized, because here in Mexico you can buy anything over the counter. You don't need a prescription. You know, they are not banned. There's people on the corner like trying to get you into the pharmacy. Well, I know, I'm okay, I don't need anything. We got everything, come on in. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious. Yeah.
however, I did get, there is a product already. I'm not sure if it's the energy enhancer or another one that's not sold in Canada. And I think I'm going to phone the office on Monday, because this product that I got is not available in Canada, but they did send it to me from the States. So I may call them and ask them if there's a way I
Yeah.
can get.
Actually, that's a good idea. Corporate should know if you could
Yeah,
put them in an envelope and send them to somebody in a different country. What'll happen?
Yeah.
especially if you are a distributor, maybe that has a help. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Rod,
I can
I think
imagine they
Rod-
can't do it. Like they can't send product into a country until it's been approved.
Oh, no.
Right.
Rod is sending his to
Mark.
Mark,
yes,
right.
so-
So yeah, that's a good question. Ask Rod how it goes. Does it get held up at customs? Do
Rod,
they-
yeah,
Actually, he just
He
left a
should set up a
message. His
business.
phone died and he dropped off the call, but
Oh,
you could ask him on the chat to see how it goes, because it shouldn't take too long, a couple days, 3 days, 4 days.
Mhm.
something. And
Rod
Yeah.
should set up his business for our team,
yeah.
for
Sending
those that
stuff.
need it.
yeah, make a little bit of money, charge a little extra.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially with this new product, because I can't get the what is it, aloe vera, the skincare patch. Yeah, I
Right,
can't get that here
right.
either. So
You can't get that there?
no.
Wow.
So
It is so good. I love
I
it.
know Mark's gonna send me some, he said, so that's awesome. So we'll see if that gets here too. And I ordered the energy enhancer patches, Delores. I should get them in any day now. For the same reason, it's been the first product. It's what really put things on the map. And it was really the thinking of, what was it, the Navy SEALs giving them more energy, and that's
right.
where all the testing went. So, and even Tom's on the call too. He mentioned that he likes to use those patches, giving them to people right away, because the results are instant, the instant energy. So
Instant.
then you're, that's why I want to try to say, hey, wow, something's going on. This is working. And to see how well that works. You know what I mean? Then you could trust the X39 more, because that may take weeks or a month to see some results. Some people see results right away,
Yeah.
but if you can put on an energy patch or the pain patch and feel the pain go, get less or go away right away, those two things are so.
Tom,
Right.
where do you put the energy patch on? I don't know if.
I
Tom
think,
can
It's,
answer.
yeah,
it's two
maybe
patches.
two patches,
like
and I think
LifeWave, isn't
Tom
it?
was saying on his knees. I think that's what's in the instructions.
Oh,
Yeah, one on each side.
that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
and
Does
then I
any-
think the other option is here on the forearms, left and right. So I don't know,
Okay.
but yeah, it's two. I didn't realize that
Does
either.
anybody know anything about the beginnings of arthritis in the knee?
Well, I use the ice waves, and I also when I take my X39s off, I reuse them at night and put the X39 on my knee because of arthritis and injuries I've had with tennis. Plus the fact that with the back surgeries I had, I did a lot of falling on my knees. So, but I've never,
But it doesn't stop arthritis once it started, does it? Like it wouldn't stop it? It would just relieve the pain?
well, I add glutathione, the inflammation.
Inflammation, that's what I was gonna say.
As a result of the pain with anything. And also the carnosine I use with pain, because that has to do with more with injuries and making the cells communicate to each other that have been injured. From off the top of my head, I took a sleeve of each one of the things I've tried and kind of wrote on the back of one of the sleeves some information. Oh, sorry, I got a phone call interrupted.
Coming in. Yeah.
I wrote on the back of each one of the different sleeves so I could have instant information about each one. So But I know that I've used the carnosine a lot with the different energies on my knees and my hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see arthritis as an injury. It's more of a, once you start getting it, I don't know, cartilage or whatever is disappearing. So your bone is grinding against your bone.
Mhm.
That's the way
And I
look
think
at
that's,
it.
you know, I've had sore joints for years in my fingers and my knees and my wrists, my shoulders mostly,
Mhm.
and my neck. And I really, and since using X39, it's completely disappeared. So I don't know if that was arthritis, whatever it was sore joints. So, and it was getting worse
Yeah.
and to the point where it'd be so sore, I wake up in the morning, I'd be walking like this, you know, I couldn't even move. And that's completely reversed from X39. So,
Yeah.
so that's,
Okay.
I don't even try to think about how or why it works. Just if it works, it works. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point though, because a lot of people do have that issue with arthritis, you know. And I
I
always
had a
thought,
lot of arthritis.
yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I have a lot of arthritis in that right shoulder of mine through tennis. I did have a rotator cuff surgery, and he said there was an awful lot of arthritis in there. And I've noticed that it has started in the last year or two building up again, and I think that's arthritis. And I've been using the LifeWave, Margaret, and I'll let them stay on for almost 2 days and then take them off and let them rest, and it's relieved it an awful lot.
That's good.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, we're down to a minute here. That was awesome.
We always back to the patches.
Then we always talk about the product in the patches, but that's good because
Yeah.
everyone's excited about that. And time always seems to go by so fast, but that's cool. I think I like the idea that we're meeting regularly and people can jump on when they can.
Thanks, Don.
Yeah, okay, awesome. It's great seeing you. And I think tomorrow we'll continue down this path of fine tuning the inviting method and getting that flow going, you know, and reviewing the convention.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome, guys.
Not 100 people. I'm not.
three a day at least to start with.
Hasta luego.
Okay, see you later. Hasta luego. Amigo.
Bye, potato.
Okay, see you tomorrow.